Not here, not now, and not ever. This is the Septa Baseball Insiders Show, presented by BCWSA, a show that takes you deep inside the game from a former player's perspective. The Septa Baseball Insiders Show, presented by BCWSA, is broadcasting live from Puss in Boots Tavern in Fairless Hills and is brought to you in part by the Southern Ocean County Chamber of Commerce, Septa, BCWSA, Penn Community Bank, and Hand and Stone Spa. We now go live to Puss in Boots Tavern in Fairless Hills for the Septa Baseball Insider Show, presented by BCWSA. Now, here are your hosts, Phillies Director of Fun and Games, John Brazer, and former Phillies pitcher, Tommy Greene.
All right, welcome to a special playoff Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. We are live from Puss in Boots Tavern in Fairless Hills, PA, right before the Eagles game, and I'm coming in hot. I just came in from Phoenix. I landed about, what time is it now? I landed 2 hours ago. Went right to the ballpark. I got a funny story on that. I have a lot of stories from the trip. We were going to talk about that. I'm not going to surprise Tommy. I'm not going to surprise you with what happened. But we're going to have a great show because we're going to talk about that trip. We're going to talk about the fact that we are one game away from our second straight National League Championship pennant.
Yes, sir.
And on our way to the World Series, depending on what happens tonight. Tomorrow's game's either going to be a 5 o'clock game if Texas wins and takes it to a Game 7, or it's going to be, if Houston wins, it'll be an 8 o'clock game tomorrow night. So that's how it's shaping up. It is Aaron Nola on the mound versus Merrill Kelly. Merrill Kelly pitched, before Game 2, of which we won handily, and that's when Schwarber had 2 home runs and Turner had 1 home run off him. So hopefully we can. But he actually settled down. He wasn't terrible.
No, he wasn't. I mean, actually, it was a pretty good ball game.
Pretty good game.
Yeah.
So,
we blew it open.
It'll be a rematch. But I'm feeling good because the offense yesterday was big. You didn't want to have to win 2 games back here, and the fact that Schwarber and the offense picked up from the night before where we were kind of a little dormant.
Yeah. Real dormant.
Yes, and it looks like, our bullpen is kind of set now. I think Craig Kimbrell's probably not going to be in highly leveraged situations anymore going forward. That's my guess. I think not just guess, Rob Thompson kind of hinted towards that.
Yeah.
So you might see more of a Hoffman, Sir Anthony. You could see now, and once you get to the World Series, kind of all bets are off. You don't know what.
Yeah.
You might see some of Lorenzen. You might see someone. It's going to be interesting. But I think
it's going to be interesting. But I mean, because Lorenzen, like you mentioned that name, he hasn't
pitched in a while.
He hasn't pitched in a while.
Yeah, he won't. Not in a highly leveraged situation. But I guess what I'm saying is, last night we were in a situation where it was almost desperate, and you could have seen Ranger Suarez come in. It was his throwing day. It was bullpen day. You could have easily seen him come in. I think he wanted to save him on's we got a big lead. We didn't need to throw him out there.
You didn't need to bring him into that situation.
If we needed like a tense situation, we're tied or up by 1, and he felt, and let's say he was going extra innings, I think he would have thought about putting Ranger in.
Extra innings. I mean,
situation.
That could have been a no doubter right there.
Yeah.
Probably because he's ready to go.
Yep, and you don't want to pitch too much because he's got to, I guess he wouldn't be pitching. I guess he would be pitching Game 7. So,
yeah. So I mean, there was different ways. I mean, I know they didn't pitch Walker because he didn't show as well, in his simulated game and stuff. But he still was available.
Right.
I mean, just because he didn't look good that day, don't mean he's not going.
Right.
He can't throw good the next day.
I think they get a little scared because he's just kind of a slow starter, and you can't afford to be a slow starter.
But when something happens like that, and you go and you get extended in extra innings, because they haven't had to do that.
Right.
Because
that's why he's there.
Because extra innings, I mean, it's always the ghost runner, and everything usually happens pretty quick and ended pretty quick.
But he's there for that reason, and Lorenzen's kind of there for that reason too. Lorenzen's a little different because Lorenzen has experience coming out of the bullpen.
Yes, he does. Yeah. So that would be the way probably to go, I think. I mean, if you do have to use somebody like that. But there was some valuable experience. Guys, one in particular got some valuable experience. He got thrown in the fire,
Kirk
Yeah, and I mean, and he had the first game he did well. The next couple games he scuffled. I think they all learned something by that because he can't sit there and throw slider after slider after slider after
slider. You got to do adjustments because they're waiting for the slider. So
you can throw it if you locate it.
Right.
he didn't locate it, and that's what cost him that one night. The first night, I think he got in trouble.
Yep.
So I'll let you go ahead and get on with it.
All right. Well, I got to tell you, so my trip to Phoenix. So I flew out on Wednesday, and it was kind of a last-minute trip. So I had difficulty getting a flight. I got a middle seat, 6:30 on Wednesday night, a middle seat to Dallas. I get off at Dallas. Probably Dallas time is probably about 9 o'clock.
Sitting beside somebody like me and the fridge.
I didn't have a lot of room with that one. I had a nice lady on the left. Actually, the way to Dallas was fine. Nice lady on the left, guy to the right didn't bother me. I hate with a middle seat. You just don't want someone big that or someone that takes the armrest. But blocks you out or whatever.
Yeah, boxes you out.
Or someone coughing, this and that. So it was actually the Dallas trip was fine. Dallas to Phoenix, though, I had both. I had the person on my left was hacking and wanted to talk, and I did not want to talk. I was tired. I was just got in my book, and I didn't want to talk, and I wanted to sleep actually. So the guy that was like, "Oh, you're from Philadelphia? Oh, are you coming after the game? Oh, what do you think about the Phillies?" And which is great. Normally, I'm very talkative, but I just didn't. I wanted to, shut it down.
Yeah, shutdown mode.
The guy on my right was a big man, and he totally didn't have any sense of space, and he was basically taking my armrest and cramping myself in. So I'm trying to sleep, and I'm all, shriveled up, trying to make myself small, whatever. So I get in late, and I was out there with.
So you had two middle seats, huh?
Two middle seats,
oh
yeah, it wasn't
God.
good. So I got out there. I stayed downtown Phoenix. I know the team stayed out in Scottsdale. I stayed downtown Phoenix. I was a 10, 15-minute walk to the ballpark.
Oh, really?
So it was great.
Oh,
so I could
awesome.
walk back and forth, which is great. And there were tons of Philly fans. There was a group called Fans of Philadelphia that were in my hotel, and they took over this place called the Ainsworth, which is a sports bar right across the street from Chase Field.
Oh,
so
all nights. That was a good time right there.
All nights. It was all Philly fans. They played that, they played the Dancing on My Own song a million times in the bar. They had all, you could just imagine the boisterous crowd. Well, the first night was a tight game, and then it gets really tight. We'll go through the whole game, but we end up blowing it, right? When we had a 1-0 lead, and then we blew it, and we were all miserable. But we knew that, all right, coming back, they're going to be a bullpen game. We've got Sanchez. We should be fine, right? Just got to win that game. Well, then have the 3-run lead. Yeah. And one of the worst losses from a fan point of view, one of my worst losses I've gone through. We had 3-0 lead. I'm all excited. Yeah. We're going to, we could clinch in Arizona. Yeah. And Kimbrel comes in, gives up the big home run. Yeah. And I got to tell you, they gave everybody for the Phillies organization a black hat. I might have worn it the last show. It said 2023, playoff World Series, whatever, right? Yeah. And that was my lucky hat. That was the hat they gave us, right? I didn't even take the little special sticker that comes underneath
little silver sticker,
right? So I'm wearing the hat. When Kimbrel gave up the home run, you've seen me, you've watched games with me before.
Oh, yeah.
When Kimbrel gave up the home run,
I can imagine.
I became the Incredible Hulk. I took my I don't know what possessed me here, but I took my hat off, and I'll do it right here. See, I took my hat off, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I went, and I ripped. I couldn't do it if I tried right now. I literally ripped it and just went like this. I was like, the people to the left, people to my right, and people in front of me, behind me, were scared of me. And I ripped it again.
I've seen you.
I ripped it again, and next thing you know, the hat basically was left in the. And now I got all kinds of issues here. I shouldn't have done that.
He's a mess.
I shouldn't have done that. Well, now I don't have a hat.
Take your stuff off.
All right, here we go.
There you go.
There you go. So now I don't have a hat. I freaked out everybody in front of me. The Phillies lose. I walk out of there. And all these Diamondbacks fans
the blood pressure's like off the hill.
Blood pressure's off, and all the Diamondbacks fans are like, hey, we got Philly. And I'm walking out just completely miserable without a hat, right? Hat hair everywhere. And
sulking.
So I got to tell you, when you go to Chase Field, it's indoors. And I know Major League Baseball controls whether the roof is open or not because they don't want to make it a competitive advantage. If they think the roof is closed, it probably diminishes the power, which would, negate our strengths, right? So depending. So
how hot was it?
It was 100 degrees. That's why they had it closed. So
hey,
yeah, they had
close
to close
the roof.
100 degrees all 3 days. But the funny thing is, at Chase Field, you feel like you're at a minor league park, and this is nothing. I love minor league games. Absolutely love. There's nothing better than Reading Phillies, Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. All that. I mean, I love minor league games. But a major league stadium,
I've been there.
When they have like a host who's doing all kinds of goofy games with kids, which is fine. We do like this Septa bus race and all that.
Yeah.
But they do these really like silly games. They hold up signs that say noise, make some noise, like when the big scoreboard makes some noise. Like, why do you have to tell the people to make some noise? Like, you don't have to tell Philadelphians to make noise. They make noise on their own, right? They got the guy with the flag who's waving the flag on the dugout. They got the cheerleaders that are out there with the whatever.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but I literally felt, and again, there's nothing. I love minor league baseball, but it just felt a different experience, right? Yeah. And the fans were like, when we won the game, like, "Good job, guys. You know, we'll get you in Philadelphia." And I was like, that's not a true fan. You're supposed to be mad. You're supposed to be yelling at us, you know. But it's just different, you know. Because I think
the Fanatic needs some cheerleaders to work with him on the dugouts and stuff.
Well,
I think that would be a good idea.
Well, and their mascot too. I think it's like a bobcat or something, and that's just a it's abysmal.
Brazer's got that.
It was bad.
Are you a hater today?
You know what? I was just very frustrated. You know what? If we had won the first 2 games, I would have loved everything about Arizona.
Oh, I know.
Right?
Oh, you're a sore loser.
I'm totally a sore loser. But anyway, let me just tell you, this is the best, though.
Oh, my God.
This is the best. So then I took a flight back. The team went back after the game. I took a flight with our ownership and our front office staff and a lot of our translator, Diego, a bunch of people were on the flight. Yeah. We chartered a flight. So we got in about we landed about 4:15. We got a police escort, to take us from the airport. We had 3 Greyhound buses, and we had like a U-Haul to carry all the luggage, right? So we had a police escort. Now, remember, right now the Eagles are about to play.
Yeah.
So
the place is a zoo down there by the ballpark, right?
Place is a zoo. It's like the Eagles fans everywhere. So we have a police escort, and we're going down Patterson Avenue. Eagles fans everywhere. And
it wasn't as bad as the night I went to the game.
And because of the police escort, they all thought we were the Dolphins because we had the tinted windows. We didn't have any Phillies things on the buses, and everyone's like, "Blank you!" And they're giving us the finger, they're flipping the bird, and we can't roll down the window and say we're the Phillies. We're not the Dolphins, right? And so I finally got a taste of what a visiting team experiences. You know, from going through the wrath of Eagles fans. Like, they were just like, we heard, we had little kids like basically giving us the finger. I'm like, wow, come on, man.
That's classic.
Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
I love it. So, but that passion right there.
You've never been booed by the Philly fans, huh?
No, that passion right there is.
I have.
Yes, I'm sure. That passion right there is just contrasted with the Phoenix, which again, if it's 100 degrees, you have palm trees. Right? Yeah, it's a relatively new team. A lot of people from Phoenix are transplants from somewhere. There's not a whole lot of people that, had generations upon generations of, Phoenix, descendants.
It's our job as Philadelphia fans to teach them how to do it right.
Exactly.
And I think they did a pretty good job of it out there.
So
it sounded like it.
And when all those Diamondbacks fans saw me rip my hat in half, they learned a valuable lesson. I don't know what that valuable lesson is, but they learned it. All right.
They're sore losers.
Yes, exactly. Don't be like that Philly guy. All right, coming up on the show, we'll start with this series in Philadelphia because our last show we hadn't even got to the NLCS. So we're going to talk about those 2 epic games in Philadelphia, and then we'll talk about the games in Arizona. But coming next, we will talk about those unbelievable games in Philadelphia with the crowd that was just raucous. So we'll get to that. You're listening to Septa Baseball Insiders Show, presented by BCWSA. We are live from Puss in Boots Tavern in Fairless Hills, PA.
The life of an Eagles fan is a wild ride. Some years we triumph. Some years we don't. What never changes year after year is how we get to the game, shoulder to shoulder with our fellow fans on Septa. And this season, fans ride home free from NRT Station on the Broad Street line thanks to Unibet. an official casino and sportsbook partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Plan your trip to the game and learn more about free rides home, sponsored by Unibet at iseptaphilly.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Penn Community Bank, we're your financial partner for all of life's moments. Our checking accounts are designed with you in mind, providing convenient access and 5-star mobile and online banking services to help you achieve your goals. Right now, you can earn a $350 cash bonus for opening a qualifying new checking account with direct deposits in the first 60 days. Visit PennCommunityBank.com/cash bonus to learn more. Penn Community Bank, here we grow. Offer terms and conditions apply. Limited time offers subject to change. Ask for full details. Member FDIC.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Puss and Boots Tavern on Trenton Road in Fairless Hills is better than ever. Sit down, relax on their outdoor patio, and try their award-winning burgers and sandwiches. Visit their takeout store for all of your favorite takeout. And it's not just food. You can also stock up on beers, soda, cigars, snacks, and a variety of convenience items. Call 215-295-8236 to place your order or have them host your next party or affair. Get out and enjoy the summer weather today at Puss and Boots Tavern.
The life of an Eagles fan is a wild ride. Some years we triumph. Some years we don't. What never changes year after year is how we get to the game, shoulder to shoulder with our fellow fans on Septa. And this season, fans ride home free from NRG Station on the Broad Street line thanks to Unibet, an official casino and sportsbook partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Plan your trip to the game and learn more about free rides home, sponsored by Unibet at iseptaphilly.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The life of an Eagles fan is a wild ride. Some years we triumph. Some years we don't. What never changes year after year is how we get to the game, shoulder to shoulder with our fellow fans on Septa. And this season, fans ride home free from NRG Station on the Broad Street line thanks to Unibet, an official casino and sportsbook partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Plan your trip to the game and learn more about free rides home, sponsored by Unibet at iseptaphilly.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Penn Community Bank, we're your financial partner for all of life's moments. Our checking accounts are designed with you in mind, providing convenient access and 5-star mobile and online banking services to help you achieve your goals. Right now, you can earn a $350 cash bonus for opening a qualifying new checking account with direct deposits in the first 60 days. Visit PennCommunityBank.com/cash bonus to learn more. Penn Community Bank, here we grow. Offer terms and conditions apply. Limited time offers subject to change. Ask for full details. Member FDIC.
USA, we are live from Puss and Boots Tavern in Fairless Hills, PA. I'm John Brazer, joined by my co-host Tommy Greene. And Tommy,
you had an exciting couple of days, pal.
I'm telling you, just been on the run. Just you know, again, I tell you what, I love Philadelphia, and it's so nice to be back in Philadelphia. You know, when we're coming down, you see the sports complex. I love traveling, and I love going to other places. In Phoenix, actually, there could be a lot worse places. I like Phoenix. It's kind of a cool. You know, the weather's great, but hot. Yeah. They had all the sprayer, whenever you go to any bars, all the misters. But you can watch the show on WBCBsports.com or search WBCB Sports on YouTube. You can also listen to the show on 1490 WBCB 107.3 FM, your station in Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County. And also, Tommy, consider a career at Septa. Septa is hiring a variety of skilled trade positions, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, millwrights, and more. As a Septa employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org. All right, Tommy, so let's go through. When we had our show last Sunday, we hadn't had a game yet. We hadn't had game one because game one was on Monday.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through Monday. Now, how about, obviously we just played the NLDS.
Yeah.
How loud was that crowd I feel like the crowd has just gotten, just louder and louder, where tomorrow I don't even know what it's going to, the verge of a, potential clinch, right? Yeah. And we won the game yesterday, and the crowd is just going to be thirsting for. Yeah. So it'll be really interesting to see how it starts off. Well, Zach Gallen was pitching for the Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen is from Philadelphia. He's from Philadelphia area. He went to Bishop Eustace, I think, right in New Jersey. So you didn't know, and he's was a very good pitcher. He was
he's a very good pitcher. Yeah.
Super great pitcher. So one of the tops in the National League, certainly in the major leagues. But how about right from the get-go, Wheeler came out, dealt, right?
Yep.
And then Schwarber just gets the crowd rolling, and that's why he's a leadoff hitter. Anybody who's doubting still that Schwarber, based on his analytics and his numbers, shouldn't be the leadoff hitter, you know what? Put it to bed, because he's a disruptor. When he does that, he gets everybody all fired up on our team. He gets the crowd fired up. He gets the pitcher all rattled, and he got him rattled enough where what happens? Harper, 2 batters later, he hits a bomb. And the crowd is just all of a sudden just gets going nuts. 2-0, which is great. And then Castellanos felt a little, out of the loop, right? So he hits a bomb. 3-0. Harper.
Second inning.
Second inning. Then it's 4-0 in the bottom of the third. Harper singled in Turner, which is good. Yeah. Real Muto singled to left. Harper scored. So it's 5-0 in the bottom of the fifth. Diamondbacks did get one back. We had a 2-run home run by Perdomo to make it 5-2. That was off Wheeler.
Yeah.
Sir Anthony comes in the seventh. They get a run, but we got out of trouble, and it was 5-3. And then the good news is, from that point on, the Phillies bullpen shut it down. Yeah. Alvarado went 1 2/3. He came in.
1 1/3, wasn't it?
1 1/3. Sorry. Sir Anthony went 2/3.
Yeah.
He gave up a run. He gave up a walk. And then Alvarado came in, got out of the inning, and then he pitched the next inning. Very good job. 1 strikeout, 1 hit. Kimbrel came in. And
the run was unearned.
Right.
And why? Routine, fundamental, PFP pitchers practice, throw to second base, he threw into center field.
Double play, and I tell you what.
Possibly you can't assume it, but
that inning could have
been over.
That inning could have unraveled big time.
Yes, it could have.
Because it would have been a double play, and he just rushed it. He's almost the opposite of Suarez. Suarez, when he gets it, he's like.
Well, first of all, you see he didn't square up. He didn't turn his shoulders.
Right. He had time.
He had all the time in the world.
He had plenty of
time. The rule of thumb is make sure of one.
Right.
Make sure of the first one.
Right.
If you get the second one,
that's
fine.
Gravy.
That's gravy. Make sure to throw the second.
Yep. Well, again, Alvarado came in, got us out of it. That was a scary moment.
Yes, it was.
A really scary moment, because that could have just unraveled big time.
Yeah.
But we're able to get through that. And then Kimbrel actually pitched. He gave up a walk, got a strikeout.
He did fine.
But for the most part, we held on 5-3. And you got to say, people were feeling good, right?
The first game in LCS, we win.
And we're very good at game ones. Very good game ones. Going back to 2008. All right, the second game was what we're going to get tomorrow night. It was Merrill Kelly versus Aaron Nola. And same thing, we get off to a very good start, where in the first inning, Trey Turner hits the home run.
Yep.
Crowd going crazy, right? We're already won the first game before. Yeah. And then Schwarbaum, he hits one in the all solos. We need to start getting men on base when we're hitting these home runs.
Well, he hit a solo. That was in the third, right?
He hit a solo in the third. Then he hit a solo again in the sixth.
Yes.
To make it 3-0. They kept Merrill Kelly in.
Yeah.
The big play, Real Muto, we're 3-0, which is great. Bottom of the sixth, but you didn't know how long that Nola's going to go. Real Muto hits that double. That was a key.
Nola was dealing too. So.
Nola was dealing, but he hits that key double. All of a sudden, the air comes out, and there's all right, game on. Marsh gets that double that goes right down the third base line, makes it 6-0. And then they bring in Mantiply, the left-hander, and the bottom of the seventh just completely broke it open.
Oh yeah.
Boom, doubled, scoring 2. Real Muto's singled, scoring one. Castellanos hit a sac fly, 10-0.
Yeah.
The route was on. Nola, you can't say enough about Nola. I mean, he's a playoff pitcher.
Tell you what, people were on him all year now. I told you, I'd sign him back. I told you that all year.
And he wants to come back, and hopefully we can. I mean, that would be.
He's making a very good case for himself right now for them not to be able. I mean, they got to almost do it. You know?
Yeah, but there's no reason why we wouldn't. I mean, obviously we love Aaron Nola.
I think they want him.
He made some great comments that he would love to end his career in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not love this team? And we'll get to this next segment because I want to talk about just the relationship between the fans and the team and Rob Thompson.
Yeah.
But it's just a great environment, and especially if we finish this, if we win the World Series, get to the World Series and win the World Series, I think that's going to make a case for Aaron to really want to stay, right? Because we're going to have.
Well, I think he wants to stay.
Back.
I think just like any contract negotiations type of thing. I think the hold-up point is it's not necessarily what he gets per year. It's about the number of years.
Right.
I think that's the hold-up.
And there's going to be point. Now I say that too. If we win the World Series, well, Noel's obviously that means he's a big part of this. That means he's continued to pitch well.
Yeah.
That also means that teams like the Mets and Padres and other teams that are, looking to do well, or the Yankees or whomever,
to bolster,
then it's going to make it tougher because they're going to want to get in and they could be throwing stupid money out there.
Can I see Aaron in a Met uniform?
Oh God, I don't even want to picture it.
Think about that.
So Nola went 6 innings pitched, only gave up 3 hits, 0 earned runs, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Hoffman came in. Hoffman's becoming more and more of a very valuable
high leverage situation guy.
High leverage, right? So, and I think it's just going to keep getting more and more response. The other one, Strom.
How about him, man?
He's turning into a high leverage guy. What a great signing that was.
Well, it's amazing how during the course of a year things kind of go through its cycles and different things like that. The same way, people scuffle a little bit, and the same thing with Kimbrel, and he's been through his cycles. Now he's just happened to be going through a bad one at the wrong time.
Right. Yep.
But that's why it's a team. We got to have people pick it up, and the guys are doing that.
Strom and Hoffman in this playoffs right now, they are. You would have to think those two plus Alvarado are the 3 most trusted pitchers. Sir Anthony has the stuff. He still can be a little scary with his control, but I think he's like 1A. Those guys are 1 as far as, again, when I'm just assuming this, a trust from Rob, and then I would think that 1A would be Sir Anthony.
When you talk about Anthony,
Soto is in that Sir Anthony 1A role, like got ridiculous stuff.
He might be 1A.
A minus.
A2.
Ridiculous stuff, but just the control sometimes not there, and you can blow up.
But you look at Sir Anthony. I look back. I look at pre-injury with him what he went through with his Tommy John and stuff, or what it was, whatever he had going on. And when he first come up, he had the same type of stuff.
Yep.
Probably really the same stuff. But the command, that feel out front where he located just a touch better. I see him now. When I see him now, he looks like he's just rearing back and throwing it, relentless and having that command.
Right.
It's that knowledge that I'm going to throw it through there, not I hope I throw it through there type thing.
Because I think
the stuff's there, the velocity's there. It's just that
I think
he ain't quite made it back to that point. Will he ever get it? I don't know. It's a question. Coming off those surgeries, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
And a lot of it with Sir Anthony is confidence. So if we can get his confidence going, man, that's just another weapon, right? Totally unbelievable. Then speaking of stuff, Kirkring, I know he had a couple rough outings.
He's going to be fine.
But I think he's going to be fine too. He had three strikeouts. NLCS Game 2. He closed it out, and again, we had a huge lead, but it was nice to see 3 strikeouts.
He's still the same pressure situation as his first outing. You want to do good.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So.
Yep. All right, Tommy. So that wraps up the. We're up 2-0, feeling great.
The homestand.
And again, and I know I'm heading out on Wednesday to go to Arizona, and we are hoping to clinch out in Arizona. It didn't go that way, but. It ended up, our last game was good. So we'll talk about that, the games in Arizona, when we come back. You're listening to Septa Baseball Insiders Show presented by BCWSA. We are live from Puss in Boots Tavern in Fairless Hills, PA.
The life of an Eagles fan is a wild ride. Some years we triumph. Some years we don't. What never changes year after year is how we get to the game, shoulder to shoulder with our fellow fans on Septa. And this season, fans ride home free from NRG Station on the Broad Street line thanks to Unibet, an official casino and sportsbook partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Plan your trip to the game and learn more about free rides home, sponsored by Unibet at iseptaphilly.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
This is Tommy Greene from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. And here's the pitch. BCWSA water and sewer customers, you have a new and improved option to pay your bill that's convenient, reliable, and secure. Powered by Invoice Cloud, you can pay your bill 24/7 online, pay by text or phone, or sign up for AutoPay to avoid fees for late or missed payments. Visit bcwsa.net to sign up or for more info. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
Puss and Boots Tavern on Trenton Road in Fairless Hills is better than ever. Sit down, relax on their outdoor patio, and try their award-winning burgers and sandwiches. Visit their takeout store for all of your favorite takeout. And it's not just food. You can also stock up on beers, soda, cigars, snacks, and a variety of convenience items. Call 215-295-8236 to place your order or have them host your next party or affair. Get out and enjoy the summer weather today at Puss and Boots Tavern.
The life of an Eagles fan is a wild ride. Some years we triumph. Some years we don't. What never changes year after year is how we get to the game, shoulder to shoulder with our fellow fans on Septa. And this season, fans ride home free from NRG Station on the Broad Street line thanks to Unibet, an official casino and sportsbook partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Plan your trip to the game and learn more about free rides home, sponsored by Unibet at iseptaphilly.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, we are back to the Septa Baseball Insiders Show presented by BCWSA. We are live from Puss and Boots Tavern in Fairless Hills, PA. I'm John Brazer, joined by my co-host Tommy Greene.
Hey, pal.
All right, Tommy, so we left off. Well, first of all, let me just tell you, consider a career at Septa, right? I'm not wearing my Septa shirt today. I didn't bring it out to Arizona, but I love that Septa shirt. Septa relies on and needs bus operators, train engineers, and conductors. As a Septa employee, you'll earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org. All right, we left you where we were up 2-0, right?
Yeah.
We go to Chase Field. They close the roof, 100 degrees. Fans, big, huge Philly contingent out there, right? Almost could have been a home game. And the game was tense. It was tense. And we finally broke through. It was the pitch, Ranger Suarez.
Well, it was great pitcher's ball game. I mean,
Ranger Suarez.
If you like that type, purist, baseball fan,
well,
I loved it. I loved that part of it.
And we were facing Brandon Pfaadt.
Yeah.
Right now, Brandon Pfaadt is a rookie.
Yeah.
And the guy who very good numbers in minor leagues.
Yeah.
And he did not have a great ERA coming into the game.
Yeah.
But he's a Major League Baseball pitcher, and he showed it because he went 5 2/3, gave up
quality stuff, man.
2 hits. He gave up 2 hits, 0 walks, 9 Ks.
Yeah, he punched out the world, man.
He dealt, and really their whole team they dealt because there was one Sal Frank who's a rookie left-hander came in.
We punched out 13 times.
Yeah, we just way too much swing and miss, and we did score on a wild pitch, Harper, making it 1-0. Right, so now you're feeling like with this pitcher duel,
he's been in the middle of everything.
He has, but now you're feeling because this pitching duel, great. We get that 1-0 lead. We can take this game, go up 3-0. Right.
Yeah.
But Kirk Green comes in and did not have the best. They had 3 hits that inning. And they end up tying it up. But we get out of it.
Well, I mean, he didn't have the best. He missed in the middle of the zone,
Yep.
throwing nothing but sliders. His sliders got that's what he got hurt on.
And then we avoided more damage, but we couldn't push anything out offensively. They get to the bottom of the ninth. Craig Kimbrell comes in, and he had already, he had when he came in, it was not good from the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm just trying to see here. He walked Gurriel, which is never good. They get an infield single by Pavin Smith, right? So now Gurriel's on third. It's first and third with no outs. All of a sudden, Rivera grounds into the fielder's choice, cuts him off at home. Now you're like, great, right?
Yeah.
We might get out of this.
Yes.
Because it looked doom and gloom.
Yeah.
But Perdomo walks. So now you got bases loaded.
Yeah.
And those 2 walks killed us.
Walks kill you. It doesn't matter.
Killed us.
Walks kill you.
Right.
Period.
And that's Marte singles, and the place goes nuts, and we lose a game that we could have easily won. Now offense was it's a shame to waste Suarez, who had a phenomenal game. Ranger Suarez. Now he didn't pitch that long, but he pitched. He went 5 1/3, 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Great game.
Okay, that was the first game in there, right? So 1, 2,
yeah,
3.
he went almost 70 pitches, 69 pitches.
He'll be available for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and he could go long tomorrow.
Or he will be, but he'll be scheduled to pitch.
Yes.
If there's a game 7, so they got to keep him back.
Yeah, 7. Definitely. Yes, definitely he's going to pitch, and we need him, and we need him to go long on depending on what happens tomorrow night. If we lose tomorrow night, which hopefully we won't. But again, Hoffman pitched well, Alvarado pitched well. Kirkering did get a little wide, 3 hits, but limited damage to 1 run. And then again, Kimbrell with his walk issues and then the hit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Anytime your relievers come in and their command is not there, you're in trouble.
Just can't walk guys.
It's trouble. You can't walk guys. I'd rather them earn their wall. Get hits and earn their way on that way.
Yep.
But that's one of the rules of baseball. And I was a pitcher for all those years, and I walk guys. It's not that we're trying to walk them. Sometimes it happens. But especially to lead off an inning, you're asking for trouble. I wonder what the percentages are. How many times they score
with that? Yeah, you're right.
When the first guy walks.
Well,
that's probably a pretty high. Pretty good percentage.
So now game 4 on Friday night. You're thinking it's a bullpen game for them, right? Yeah. You don't know who they're bringing in, but it's just going to be just a bunch of players coming through, pitchers coming through. We've got Sanchez, which I thought was the right decision because, Taijuan Walker just gets off to a slow start. You can't afford to get off to a slow start.
Yeah.
A big game. They win that game. They tie it up. They have the momentum. So they get a run in the second, although Sanchez was pitching well, but gave up a single to Rivera. They go up 1-0. They go up 2-0, bottom of the third. Moreno singles. They score, so they're up 2-0. All right. Schwarber hits a home run in the 4th off Nelson.
You got to make the play that really made a difference in Sanchez's outing. Was when he didn't remember how many outs there were.
Yes, it could have been a double play.
Yeah,
and he went to.
Yeah, it was. Routine. I'm talking about his.
Exactly.
Routine could
go
be.
to second
it's like
first,
Sir Anthony's going to second.
But he basically went to first as if that's the last out.
Yeah, he didn't know how many outs there were.
And that cost us. And also there's a base running. Bohm, you should never advance when the ball's in front of you. You can see the ball in front of me, and he advanced for whatever reason off second.
Yeah, so there were some mistakes there that got
mental
magnified
errors.
Right there a little bit to me.
I know. No, you're exact. Thanks for pointing that out. You're right. But Schwarber homers, so now you think we're getting the momentum back. The fourth inning, so now we're down 2-1. Marsh doubles the center in the 5th inning. Now we're feeling really good, 2-2. Yeah. Well, then the 6th, it all starts falling apart for them. Bohm reaches on infield single. Turner scores on a throwing error by third baseman.
Yeah.
Now Bohm again was another base running mistake, and we got 4-2. Top of the 7th, Turner hits a sacrifice fly. You're sitting there going, we're up 5-2 in the 7th.
Yeah.
Bullpen's rested.
Yeah.
They're in a bullpen game. We got this. This is a big.
Yeah.
And then bottom of the 7th, I'm getting stressed even thinking about this because I was bottom of the 7th, a walk, another walk.
Yeah.
And they go 5-3, they're down 5-3. We get out of it. It could have been uglier. And then it gets to the 8th, and Kimbrell comes in, and again you can't
Well, walks is what hurt that game. It's big time. It's between Soto and Kerkering. Right there, those walks. I mean, anytime you come in and you walk a run in, you walk a run in.
Right. Soto walked the guy before pump.
You can't do that.
Right, and then Kerkering comes in. Moreno walks. Walker walks, and you're right. And then all of a sudden we get to the 8th, and Gurriel doubles the left. All right, we're all right. All right, it's a 5-3. We got the 5-3 lead.
Yeah.
Longoria lines out with a hard shot. You're like, all right, feeling pretty good. They bring in Thomas. Alec Thomas hit for Rivera, and he hits that 2-run home run that just took the life out of all the Philly fans that were there, and that's when my hat got ripped in half. So R.I.P. hat, won't be coming back.
You turned into the Incredible Hulk.
Now
he turned green.
He strikes out Perdomo, so now you're thinking, great, right?
Yeah,
we're good. It's tied. We'll have another chance.
Yeah,
right. And we did get another chance, right? So now we go to the 9th. Oh, no, we didn't. Sorry. Alvarado came in. You're right. Alvarado came in, and he gave up a single and down 6-5. And then we go down quietly in the 9th, and one of the more ugly losses. It was right out there with me, with your year, 1993, when you guys blew the
big league.
Yeah. And it was 15-12.
That was game 4. 15-14 final.
15-14, just a game that we should have had in hand.
Oh, yeah.
So now you're coming off that game, and you're thinking, my God, now it's really the pressure's on. You have to win Saturday night because you don't want to come back, give them momentum, give them confidence, give them, all this. Our offense was actually pretty good that game, right? We came through and
that's
scored
the game we should have won.
A lot of runs. Should have won that game. There's no doubt about it. I had a pit in my stomach all day. That day, a pit in my stomach. I didn't do anything. I sat in my hotel room.
You know what? I got a good visualization of you. I didn't even need to be there to do what you were like, Brazer.
I watched college football. I sulked by myself around town. I was looking for a shave.
You wore out a pair of toes. You wore the toes out in your shoe, the bottom of your shoes and stuff, because you were dragging your feet.
I didn't bring a electric razor because I needed a shave. I had a full beard at that time, and I knew that the beard was the problem. I knew it. The beard was the problem. And so I went to get a shave, and the guy said, I can't take it till 3, and I had something to do at 3. Couldn't do that, so I said, you know what? So I had my old razor, and I had one cartridge. So I used the old razor as much as I could to get everything off. It hurt because it was not very – and then I used the new one to get everything. So I was clean-shaven, and then I had to wear my lucky pants.
Change your underwear?
I had to wear a new hat because I got rid of what was the lucky hat, now unlucky hat, and went to the game feeling just – like a rock in my stomach.
It might have been the Virginia belt. You needed to get rid of that.
Well, yes, that's interesting because UVA beat North Carolina in the first time they've ever beat a top 10 team on the road ever. And all of a sudden, when UVA won, I'm like, you know what? Maybe we have a chance. Maybe this is my day. And then I had a lock of the week where I picked Rutgers. I'm like, this is really my day. It's coming, and then we get to the game. All right. So Zach Gallen on the mound. Well, sure enough, Stott gets the party started, singles to right, Schwarber scores.
Good piece of hitting right there.
And then how about the double steal? So Stott steals second, Harper steals home, comes in a collision with Moreno, right?
Bad throw by the second baseman. He would have been out with a good throw.
Stott safe at third on a throwing error, 2-0.
That's awesome.
Philly fans going nuts.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you look at this. Who did you expect to be running when they got on base? You heard a lot about the Diamondbacks and their speed.
Right, and they really haven't been doing much.
We have been forcing the issue, which is I've been saying that for years.
Right.
Why aren't we running?
Put pressure on them.
We've ran this year a lot more than we've ever had. And we could have run more. Turner could have run more.
Yep. Totally right.
I mean, but I'll tell you what, it's good to see them doing this thing. We know what Harper's going to do when we get on base. He's aggressive. He's going to – sometimes he runs in the outs, but
Well, Tommy, it's time now for the Smart Stat of the Week, brought to you by Payroll Service Solutions. Call them today at 1-866-PAY-EASY. That's 1-866-PAY-EASY. Philadelphia slugger Bryce Harper set the tone for Game 5, stealing home in the first inning, then hitting a 440-foot home run in the sixth. He joined Randy Arozarena as the only player – Arozarena, thank you, as the only players in postseason history to steal home and hit a home run. How about that in the same game?
How about that?
Making history. And you know what? While we're at it, let's go through some other ones. The Phillies are the 6th team all time with at least 15 home runs and 15 stolen bases in a single postseason. Okay, we're only the sixth team. With 3 home runs in Game 5, the Phillies have 23 home runs this postseason, the second most all-time through 11 games of a postseason, only trailing 24 by the 2004 Houston Astros. Schwarber is just the 5th player to reach 20 career postseason home runs. He got there in 63 games, the fastest in history. And Harper and Schwarber have combined for 22 home runs during the past 2 postseasons, 11 each, the most by a duo over a 2-year span in playoff history.
How about that?
And that was your Philly Smart Stat of the Week, once again brought to you by Payroll Service Solutions. Call them again today at 1-866-PAY-EASY for the smart choice in payroll services. Call them again at 1-866-PAY-EASY. All right, coming up on the show, we will preview tomorrow night. We didn't even get to the end of that game, but I think everyone knows we
hey, you got to give some.
Yes. Props. Wheeler is the greatest signing of. Talk about getting every ounce of money's worth that you're getting from his contract, because he went 7 innings, 6 hits, one earned run, right?
Yeah, one earned run.
One earned run.
Give up a home run.
One walk, 8 strikes. Was dealing and just shut him down.
And the guys following him.
Hop and
Dominguez.
Sir Anthony and Bohm, or it's not Bohm,
Strom
came through. So just a very good game. Again, we kept adding to it. We didn't rest on our laurels, what you need in that type of game, especially to erase the day before, which we did. And now we're coming into tomorrow. So let's talk, when we come back, let's talk tomorrow, because we've got a lot of positive things to talk about.
Yeah.
Get you set up for tomorrow's game. Might even get you set up a little bit for the Eagles game. We'll talk all that. We're coming back. You'll be listening to the Septa Baseball Insiders Show, presented by BCWSA. We are live from Puss in Boots Tavern in Fairless Hills, PA.
It's a wild ride. Some years we triumph. Some years we don't. What never changes year after year is how we get to the game, shoulder to shoulder with our fellow fans on Septa. And this season, fans ride home free from NRG Station on the Broad Street line thanks to Unibet, an official casino and sportsbook partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Plan your trip to the game and learn more about free rides home, sponsored by Unibet at iseptaphilly.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Penn Community Bank, we're your financial partner for all of life's moments. Our checking accounts are designed with you in mind, providing convenient access and 5-star mobile and online banking services to help you achieve your goals. Right now, you can earn a $350 cash bonus for opening a qualifying new checking account with direct deposits in the first 60 days. Visit PennCommunityBank.com/cash bonus to learn more. Penn Community Bank, here we grow. Offer terms and conditions apply. Limited time offers subject to change. Ask for full details. Member FDIC.
Puss and Boots Tavern on Trenton Road in Fairless Hills is better than ever. Sit down, relax on their outdoor patio, and try their award-winning burgers and sandwiches. Visit their takeout store for all of your favorite takeout. And it's not just food. You can also stock up on beers, soda, cigars, snacks, and a variety of convenience items. Call 215-295-8236 to place your order or have them host your next party or affair. Get out and enjoy the summer weather today at Puss and Boots Tavern.
The life of an Eagles fan is a wild ride. Some years we triumph. Some years we don't. What never changes year after year is how we get to the game, shoulder to shoulder with our fellow fans on Septa. And this season, fans ride home free from NRG Station on the Broad Street line thanks to Unibet, an official casino and sportsbook partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Plan your trip to the game and learn more about free rides home, sponsored by Unibet at iseptaphilly.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, we are back to the Septa Baseball Insiders Show, presented by BCWSA. We are live from Puss in Boots Tavern in Fairless Hills, PA. I'm John Brazer, joined by my co-host Tommy Greene. And Tommy, did you know that Septa operates a fully electrified multimodal rail system and has one of the largest green bus fleets in the nation?
I do now.
You do now. 2 reasons why Septa commuters have 1/3 the carbon footprint of those who travel by car. Visit iseptaphilly.com to plan your trip today. That's iseptaphilly.com. All right, Chris Ermer. Right there.
I'll tell you what, that was a pretty good conversation we were having off air right there.
Well, he said that Bill Berge joined their show one time and said that if he could never go through a Super Bowl, had the choice of never experiencing a Super Bowl or going to one Super Bowl and losing, what would you rather have? And he said, I would rather never have gone to that Super Bowl, because that I guess the pain, the sting, bothers you. Well, you went to one World Series.
Yeah.
I know your answer.
God, yeah, I'm going back.
That's the opposite, right?
I'm the exact opposite, man. I mean, you know what? I mean, that means you're doing, unbelievably well, and the city is loving, is right on board with you. Your teammates are doing well. Yeah. Everybody, to get there, the fight to get there, that's what I take pride in. People ask me a number of different things. What I took pride in, it was like, no, it was when we clinched the division, and we didn't have wild card teams or anything back then. It was the whole year's worth of battle and fight to win.
Right.
We had to win to get in. That is a very important. I take a lot of pride in that because all of us had to do things. Now, we've talked about this on air. You get in a series, during the postseason, anybody can be beat.
Yep.
In the series, it's a huge thing. Who's hot? If your guys are pitching well or not. And it's that type of thing you run into. But I know I'd want to go back. That means we're doing well.
Yep.
And there's nothing better than when you go out there, you're pulling your own weight, you're helping your team win, and your teammates are doing the same thing, and everybody's on board, and the whole city's behind you. Because there's nothing better than Philadelphia,
well,
man.
Let's talk about that because I mentioned that I really don't think that there's been the fans love your team. Your team, Your team is more popular. You could almost make an argument that the 1993 team is embedded in fans' lore and history, and just the love they had for you guys was, you could almost say, almost as good, if not better, than the team that won it all.
Yeah.
Right? Because you guys were just that. What did they say? Like a lovable
a bunch
band
of
misfits, right? When you had all that. But it's interesting. This team.
Who said want that gypsy tramps and thieves?
But you guys compared to the team now, right? Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. You guys compared to the team now. There's different. Like the fans loved you guys because you guys again were gruff and. You had the mullets
we were just like ordinary people.
Guys,
we played hard, and
There's something about, nothing to take away from that.
No.
But this fans and the team now.
Yeah.
The love affair between
have that.
Between Trey Turner.
That was very impressive. That was
and the billboard that was put up there, and then Bryce Harper saying all the right things and talking about how much he loves Philadelphia and. He does it for the fans, and he wants his kids to be growing up as Philadelphians. It's just, you can just see that, they're all Rob Thompson. They love Rob Thompson as just that laid-back, steady, even keel guy. But and then the songs and the celebrations and the young players.
Do you think that Topper and Fugosi have some of the? Fugosi was a laid-back, even-keeled guy.
Right.
He played, he had a great career himself in baseball, but his demeanor and stuff, was like that too a little bit.
And he was I would say he's a player's manager.
And
that doesn't mean lax at all.
No.
That means that that the players would run through a wall for him.
Oh God, yeah.
Right, and so in that regard, but I just think I've never seen a team, 30 years with the Phillies or. How many years as a fan, 50 plus years, that I've never seen in any sport. I know they love the Sixers team with Allen Iverson when they got to the finals against the Lakers.
Yeah.
That was they just because that was kind of out of nowhere. It was a bunch of role players in AI, and I know that the fan base loved that. Obviously, the fan base loved Nick Foles and that the team, the Eagles that broke through. But this is different. This is like I don't even know how to. It's just you can just tell both sides. There's this symbiotic relationship between the fans and the players that I've never seen before, and I think that really helps. So that's why one of the reasons why tomorrow I feel really good, because the place is going to be just, if you think it's been loud before, it's going to. Phillies fans are sensing a clinching. This is like the San Diego game 6 last year.
Yeah,
they're sensing a clinching. You got Noel on the mound who feeds off that adrenaline.
He's been pitching
feeds
very
off
well.
The crowd, pitching great. The good sign of yesterday was seeing Schwarber hit the bomb, seeing Harper hit the bomb, and look out if all of a sudden Bohm, who's kind of been a little bit slow at the plate, look out if Bohm or Castellanos, did not have a great series out in Arizona, but he loves Citizens Bank Park and he's an emotional guy. Yeah. Liam's going to be there.
And they manufactured some runs yesterday too, a
little
bit,
and that's just a good sign. The good that you were saying, the fact that they're stealing. The bullpen is rested. We didn't have to use Alvarado yesterday. Hoffman did pitch. but day off today.
Day off today. Everybody's going to be available.
Everybody's available. Yesterday you couldn't say the same, but tomorrow everybody's available. You got
Hoffman needed, I think, a day.
Yep. Yep. You got Nola, but I think you got a right-hander in there, so you're going to have Marsh. You're going to have the same lineup. We faced Merrill Kelly. Now, he's a 35-year-old veteran, so he's not going to wilt. But at the same time, he's got to have in the back of his head the crowd. He's got to have the back of his head that he gave up 3 home runs, 2 to Schwarber, 1 to Turner, right?
Well,
he's only human.
Well, it's only him. You don't think about I've given up enough home runs and, hurt a family of 4 in the upper deck and, that kind of stuff before. But it's all about, as a pitcher, you almost got to be a reliever. You got to have not a good memory. You just got to forget.
Yep.
You got to just you got to go out there and do what you're capable of doing, which is execute pitches. It's all about your mistakes.
Yep.
When you make a mistake, are they amplified? And they got amplified, and that's what we've been doing well.
And
that's what we've been doing well.
Right. I feel with the home crowd, when they make a mistake, we're not missing. We're jumping on it. I don't know whether it's the confidence that the fans give the players, the energy that the fans give the players, they're locked in.
There's something about home cooking, and that goes for both teams. It seemed like they kind of fed off what their stuff too. When things started going around, when we made a mistake, and they seemed to amp up and do that. So there's something about home cooking for teams and for guys. It seems to work out. Who was it that said it was sort of weird? It's like Houston's.
Yeah, Houston's
home.
They're not
like
well
losing record. They didn't play good at home this year at all.
No.
Which is hard to fathom.
And Houston's playing tonight. If they win, they close out. And
where are they playing at?
They're playing in Houston. So if they win, if Houston wins tonight, then tomorrow we play an 8:00 game.
Yeah.
And if we win tomorrow, then we would have home field advantage against Houston.
Yeah.
If the Texas Rangers win tonight, then they go to Game 7. Game 7 would be 8:00. Their Game 7 would be 8:00.
Yeah.
Our game would be 5:00.
Yeah.
If Texas wins the next 2, then we would play, and assuming we advance, we would play Texas, but they would have home field advantage.
Okay.
And the World Series starts Friday, Saturday. Would be Friday, Saturday the following week. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, road, and then Friday, Saturday, 6 and 7. That is the schedule. So, what's that? Well, it is, but they've got to put one game in prime time. They've got to separate it. So, luckily, we get past the series. We're the only series in town.
Let's take care of our game tomorrow. We'll worry about the rest of that stuff.
I can't wait to see what celebrities are down tomorrow night, because I know the last couple home games, Tommy games 1 and 2, I saw you up there.
Yeah.
We had a lot of Tim McGraw. We had a lot of different people, so a lot of fun. All right, Tommy, that wraps up today's Septa Baseball Insiders Show presented by BCWSA, live from Puss in Boots Tavern in Fairless Hills, PA. Thanks to the great staff here at Puss in Boots. Thanks to my co-host Tommy Greene, our on-site engineer Chris Ermer, back in the studio Gus Barber, and thanks to you for listening. We're hoping to have another playoff show next week, which would mean we are in the World Series. Until then, have a great week. Go Eagles. And as the late, great Harry the K says,
we're out of here.
You've been listening to the Septa Baseball Insiders Show presented by Lactico. Tonight's show is an exclusive presentation of 1490 AM, heard throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.